Hi, I'm Laura. I'm the CEO of VMV Hypoallergenics. We're here to save the world's skin with the safest, most proven effective care on the planet, and with a lot of really good information that can help you manage your contact dermatitis and contact acne and photo contact hyperpigmentations and dry skin and a whole bunch of things. And an allergen, not an allergen video. We do this campaign that's really a favorite every year. And you can see all the allergens we've done thus far on vmvinskin.com. And this year we added a new feature where you can search for your allergen. So it's really helpful because sometimes when you get your patch test report, seeing all your allergens there listed like that can be a little intimidating. And then sometimes the reports from your dermatologists, while super helpful and you should absolutely follow them, we add maybe a little more color about how it might be like to live while avoiding your allergens. And you can find that on vmvinskin.com. So today I will be talking about what's in my water bottle, which is water. Allergen or not an allergen? If you guessed not an allergen, you'd be right. But it can be an irritant, which I think really surprises some people. At least I know I almost fell off my chair when I was like, what do you mean water is an irritant? Like, water's water. We need it. A lot of our bodies are made up of water. So I couldn't quite wrap my head around water being potentially a topical irritant. So to be clear, water is not a top contact allergen. It's not on any published lists of contact allergens, and in fact is often used to wash off a contact allergen that you come into contact with that is causing a reaction. What's interesting, I always thought that over cleansing, sure, I could get why that was a concern because you might have a lot of exposure to allergens or irritants inside the cleanser itself, or the cleanser might strip too many oils and be damaging to the barrier. But apparently, just too much exposure to water, just plain good water, can be irritating as well. Normal exposure to water that we get, totally fine. It's too much exposure to soaking in water for too long, or even the necessary increase in hand washing that came from the pandemic can be irritating. And not just because of other stuff like fragrances in soaps or whatever, just the water itself. The reason is that it can actually negatively affect the skin's barrier. The skin's barrier layer, finally, people are really starting to talk about it. We did a live stream video on it. You can watch the replay here. How the barrier is usually described is bricks and mortar, right? Like it has these keratinous cells, these sort of harder cells, but the stuff, the kind of glue in the middle that holds it all together is the mortar. So the bricks are basically protein and water, and they have their own natural moisturizing factor, or NMF. The mortar, or that gluey, the stuff in the middle, is lipid rich and it holds everything together. Lipid oils, right? Oils and fats, really important to hold everything together. Because that mortar is made up of lipids and fats, the use of oils, especially something like coconut oil, which has fatty acids native to skin, can be so helpful in keeping the barrier healthy or even helping to repair it. If you, however, then expose the skin to too much water, or even just again soaking in water for too long, it can wash away the NMFs, those natural moisturizing factors, which are so important to the barrier layer of the skin. Again, the risk is higher if there's other irritants in there, like chlorine and fluorine, but even just water soaking in there, too much time in the water, too much exposure, can remove the NMFs, which is crucial for the skin's barrier layer. And if the barrier layer is compromised, we have dryness, we have flaking, cracking, and as soon as we have fissures in the skin, the risk is for opportunistic microbes to get in there and infect the skin, causing more itching, dryness, etc., and other problems. So what happens if you're experiencing an irritant reaction? First, I'd suggest we have a nice sort of short video on the difference between an irritant and an allergic reaction, which I'll post here. And then we also have an in-skin article about the difference between irritant and allergic reaction. But basically with an irritant reaction, if you stop the exposure or lessen it, it should go away. And then given some time, you can get back to your normal use. If there's a concern about water exposure where the natural supply of water where you live has other irritants in there, you can try a barrier like our Stay On Point or Armada Baby or Post Procedure or Boo Boo Balm, or even Noad Oil before you take a shower and after you take a shower to help repair the barrier layer. So there, water is not an allergen, but it can be with overexposure. Like anything almost can become an irritant with overexposure. It is a potential irritant. I hope you found this helpful. If you have any questions, ask them in the comments or on our social media or on our website, vmvhypoallergenics.com or vmvhypoallergenics.ph. And if you'd like to search up your allergens, go to vmvinskin.com and look at allergen, not an allergen, and browse or search up your particular allergens. Or we can customize recommendations for you based on your particular patch test results. And we'll even take into account potential cross reactants, etc. So we can help with that too. See you around. Until next time, be safe.